So about a month ago, I decided not to renew my lease for my apartment, and so that means I'm moving out of here back to my parents' house where it all started for me. And since I'm moving back, I get my old bedroom back. But the twist is that I'm switching my old office for my new bedroom. And so my bedroom will be a little bit smaller than normal, which is totally okay because I am one person and don't have that much stuff to begin with. But I want to be able to design my new bedroom in The Sims 4 before I start moving any furniture into my new bedroom. Now, my bedroom slash aka old office is a legit square. It also has like a small little closet on the side that is like 1.5 tiles like big. If we had a way that we had like half tile walls, the whole room would be more accurate. I have like a general idea of what I want my whole bedroom to look like, color scheme wise and like size wise, because my bed isn't that big. I think it's like a twin bed or a king size bed. I can't fully remember of the general size, logistics, like terminology of it all, but I just know it's a double bed. And I know it's like pretty big, but it kind of works. Like my idea is that I want to have my bed facing this way. But then I realize if I have a accent table over here, it might block the doorway a little bit because as the door swings out this way and I have the accent table on this wall, it'll be okay. But then the other idea that I had was having my bed facing this way, nightstand here, but then still having the accent table over here. That way I have a little bit more, I guess, space per se of like walking wise. And if I do move the accent table, it'd probably be at the edge of my bed or somewhere downstairs if I don't decide to use it. But I have a little accent table over here. And then over here in this section, I have a wardrobe, like a full blown wardrobe from IKEA. And there's a story time that I will tell you, and I'm not joking, this wardrobe was a time. I did not buy this. I got it for free from IKEA back in 2020, but not the way you think. They didn't sponsor anything. They didn't do anything. They delivered it to the wrong house. So here's a story time. So I ordered a desk, an IKEA desk, like the Alex drawers with the whole, thing from IKEA for my office at the time. I got that in the mail the same day I got this wardrobe, and they delivered to the wrong house. I didn't really look at any of the packages because I was busy and I was just exhausted. So the next day I looked at this box and I'm thinking, there's no way that there's that many boxes for one singular desk and like a few drawers and things. Like there's no way, it's too big. So I looked at it and I'm like, that's not my address and that's not my name or phone number. So, as one does, calls IKEA, customer support saying, hey, IKEA, I have this dresser that was delivered to my house, but it's not my name or my address or my phone number. Can I return it? They said no, because this was like the Panini, the height of the Panini 2020. Don't want to risk anything. So they said, keep it, it's yours. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, whatever. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. And I hung up. And my mom was there too. And I think my dad was working somewhere downstairs. And I was like, oh, free wardrobe. So we kept it. I was going to take it with me when I moved out the following year. But I was like, that's heavy and I don't need that right now. So, moving 3 years late into the future, today, I have this wardrobe still and I'm going to put it in my bedroom. And in my eyes, I hope that IKEA did give that lady her wardrobe that she ordered and paid for, because that thing was expensive, like $300 something. That's crazy. My desk was equally around that price too. But regardless, wardrobe over here, accent table over here, nightstand, bed over here, and then I have a little rug going under it, and I have these weird panel things across the wall, like all around the wall above it, and I'm thinking I want to put lights on it, but I don't want to be tacky. I want to be grown. I'm 27 and I don't want to go back to my 25, 24 TikTok era mentality. So no lights on my wall. However, the walls are gray and they're more darkish gray. So if I turn down the lights a little bit to this, it looks like this. So you kind of get the general idea of what I'm working with for the lights and how dark it can get. As for the floor, it kind of resembles the floor from Jungle Adventure, but I'm thinking of changing my bed covers from off-white, off-gray to more a blue tone, like this color, but not that color frame, of course, but bed covers more bluish or something yellow. Most likely I might do yellow in the future, and have nothing above my bed because I don't want to hurt myself. But I will have like maybe like a poster on the wall over here because I have like a Sims poster that I bought back in 2020, I believe, or 2019 from an artist from Etsy, and I still have it till this day. And I'm thinking of having it some like right here on this side. And it has like a bunch of like Sims 2 iconic characters like Bella Goth, Ala Spectre, Calientes, all the people, and even the aliens on this thing. And I'm gonna have it over here. And like my idea of having this accent table was initially having a TV in my bedroom. And I realized to myself, I do not need a TV whatsoever in my bedroom because I will never leave my bedroom regardless of sleeping in there for 8 hours a day, or 5 or 7, depending on when I go to bed. Now, I do own like a small little Bluetooth speaker that I really love, and I think it's in blue. I have several speakers that I got from like random things. I got one from JBL Audio, and it's so cool. And I got one that was like branded from the game of Life is Strange, and I love Life is Strange so much. And I have like all these different PR packages. I have like paintings and posters and artwork that I want to like really deck out my bedroom, but also my new office with. So I want to space it all out to make it a little bit more nicer, if you know what I mean. Because your space, it's a space where you want to like really thrive in and be happy in. And that's what I want the space to be. Now, the idea is having a rug under my bed so that way I don't damage the hardwood floor. And my rug technically looks like this one, but it's not square. It's more like a rectangle type of shape. So if I have it like this and then change the color to like that color, it works because literally my rug is that color, but a smidge lighter, I would say. But we're gonna go with that for now. But I think you kind of get the idea that I'm going off of. Now on this corner, I don't really know because essentially nothing's there. And the closet door is right there too. And I've never really had like a floor length mirror per se, and I've always wanted one. That way I don't have to go to the bathroom. I can make sure my pants are and my shirt and everything looks nice. So I have it somewhere like in the corner, and if the door swings this way, we're okay. So I could put it in like in this corner, and then having some type of plant nearby, like a fake plant, of course, is what I'm going for. The idea, fake plants near this little mirror here, but real plants on the accent table, because I think I do have at least 6 or 7 or 8 golden pothos plants from 2 plants that I owned years ago. And I remember I took care of them, I watered them, I repotted them, I did all the things that you're supposed to do as a plant parent. And I feel like I'm okay. I'm okay at the stage of where they're at right now. They're thriving. They're growing like wildfire. I don't have them with me anymore because I felt like my apartment did not have enough sunlight. And I think at my parents' house, there's way more windows, way more sunlight, way more indirect sunlight that my plants needed that I could not provide them. So we're sharing custody of my plant children. And then these boxes, I think could be really nice boxes could be really cool because I own 2 puzzles and I think they're both like 1,000 pieces each, which is kind of crazy. I bought them a long time ago and personally I have not opened them yet, but I plan to one of these days. But I kind of like the idea that I have puzzles that I can eventually open. I even have a Stardew Valley board game, and I love Stardew Valley so much. It brings me a lot of joy and serotonin, as everyday life does. Oh, I could technically, well, not that big of a box. Oh, the keepsake box is up here as like random like college, high school mementos that I've kept over the years. I usually tend to keep a lot of boxes as sentimental value for myself to like open up to remember the good times, or, you know, the sad times, depending on where I was in my life, especially if I was doing something really impactful for charity or for like college or high school, or just in general, just random stuff that I've done over the years that I like to like look back at. Because we all have those moments where we look at our past work, our past photos, and realize that we had a really good life and we've done and achieved a lot of things that we're really proud of, or semi-proud of. But I'm really proud of what I've accomplished in the past like decade. Because when I tell you, I've been making content on the internet for literally over like 10 years? I have. I've been on the internet since 2011. I've been making content around The Sims. And I have no plans of ever really stopping per se, but there's moments in my life where I have those things. Now, I run a small business, like I said, and I feel like in a way I want to have a desk where I could still do my art and still do other things. So I'm thinking of buying a small, teeny tiny desk. Now, this might not be real at all, but I want to kind of get an idea of having like a small little desk where I don't have like a computer or anything on here, but a small little desk with like a small little chair on this side. And then I think we have like a drawing tablet or something. So we'll go with this one from the Pastel Pop Kit because I have a yellow iPad, of course. But having something like that could be really nice as a way to do my art and kind of showcase like some of my skills in my vlogs and whatnot. So we'll slap it over here as like my other drawing tablet and like my little monitor that I own on that side. And I'm thinking I could slap some little art prints over here. If it does become like a real thing, I could do something. I'll have like a little calendar here to remind myself when to publish things on socials and also when to release certain products like my second coloring book, cookbook, and other, random stuff that I eventually tend to make. And then in my closet, aka my voiceover booth, I'm gonna have to also probably drag like the small desk over here every once in a while to do my voiceover stuff, or I just buy like a foldable one tile desk because as a voiceover artist, I need a space where I can do all my voiceover stuff in a well-treated room, and I think this is like a good place to do it. So dragging my chair back and forth in and out of my closet would be fine instead of like buying like a whole new desk and stuff like that. Now, the monitor that I own is something not like this, but you kind of get the idea. Unless, to improvise, I could do, actually, that's literally the monitor that I own. It looks exactly like this. It's kind of funny that it looks like that, but that's what it is. But I have like my computer here, like my little monitor, and then I do own another like computer tower, and I feel like I could just put it outside with a electrical outlet like plug going under the door to the monitor over here. That way it's like connected and perfectly fine. And then my microphone that I own, which is a pretty professional microphone, but if I get my microphone, like something like this is kind of what I'm thinking of putting in that angle near the monitor so I can see my lines that I have to read. And then over here in this section is a bunch of like my clothes and like there's stuff on top of the shelves. And I think the best way to do it is using Dream Home Decorator because they have the module type, dresser drawer things. And plus it's like one of my ultimate favorite packs when it comes to decorating a bedroom in general. Now I think they are, okay, here they are. So let's just say I have like 2 of these. I more so have 3 things here, but you can get the idea. Now, if I move them down ever so slightly, I can put stuff up here and stuff in here. I do have clothing that I do want to put in here for like soundproofing reasons. So if I put them all along here, and let's just say these are all my clothes. And then of course I have like other boxes on top of the thing. Like I have just boxes on top of boxes on top of boxes. Like I own a lot of boxes because I get sent a lot of things. So I have a way to organize my madness of my closet. Eventually, it'll make sense once you see the actual final thing. So having like a small little rug could be really nice to kind of make it a little bit more whole and, cuter, I feel. But yeah, I feel like that's like what I could do. I could also buy a brand new rug and make it yellow. I wonder if we have like any rugs that are, we have a lot of rugs that are yellow in the game. If I go with gray walls and a yellow rug, will it look tacky and ugly? Maybe yes, maybe no. But then again, if I go with yellow sheets for my bed, that could also work. Okay, we're not done. I say that I'm done, but I'm not actually done. If I go with a gray and yellow theme, my plan could work. Oh my gosh, I got ideas. I have ideas. Okay, yellow and gray theme for the bedroom, but not painting the walls. Just like put yellow things in different places and it can work. This can definitely work in the end. Subtle pieces of yellow here and there without painting the walls could make my ultimate dream come true. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below if you've ever renovated or decorated your space before. Because personally, decorating and renovating can be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun in the end once you kind of get your point across for your creative vision. But either who, as always, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!